What is up, everyone? It's your boy KBDxTokyo back again with another important MetaZoo video. So it's been a while since I dropped a MetaZoo video. I've been in the shadows. I've just been here watching. I've been here watching, taking notes, and paying attention to everything that's going down. So yesterday was a big day, right? MetaZoo dropped their teaser of what the cards are gonna look like, some gameplay. And I must say, I am not impressed at all. And after seeing that video yesterday, I have a good idea of exactly what happened with MetaZoo. So whatever you loved about the old MetaZoo, it's totally done with. So if you were expecting to think that the new MetaZoo was gonna look anything like the old MetaZoo, you were highly mistaken. So, like I said, everything that you loved about the old MetaZoo is no more. The new MetaZoo is done with it. And now MetaZoo is completely a whole new entity, in my opinion. It's something totally brand new. And the only thing that's the same is the MetaZoo name. And that's why I have to say I'm disappointed. Because what I loved about MetaZoo is no more in the new MetaZoo. Like, it's no more. So what happened to the soul of MetaZoo? That's the only question. Did MetaZoo even have a soul? A lot of people say that, the people in charge of the old MetaZoo were just greedy, soulless people. My question is, were they the ones in charge of what we've seen and grown to love with MetaZoo? Or was just the people at the top the brains of the idea? So, in this video, I want to break down exactly what I think happened with MetaZoo. And I want to mention this. I went to a 4-year private college and I majored in business management. I like to think from a business perspective. I like to think analytical, and I like to think very logical. And I read the room. I like to read people. I like to read the room. I like to read energy, and I like to make my own assumptions, logical assumptions of situations. And in this video, that's what I'm going to do. I'm going to prove to you that MetaZoo's soul is still alive today and it is thriving. It's just not how you think it is. So, I have this, which is my lovely blank sheet of paper, because I feel like I have to draw this out for some of you that just don't fully understand what I might be saying. So I have to draw it out. I have to draw it out for the simple-minded ones out there. So, let's get to work. We have MetaZoo. The start. MetaZoo. Right? Don't mind my handwriting. It might be a little small. You guys might not be able to see, but you guys will get the gist of it. Okay, so we have MetaZoo, right? And then we have the people at the top. Who's the people at the top? Mike. Obviously, he's the idea. He's the brain of MetaZoo, right? So we have Mike at the top. He is the idea. The one who created the idea of MetaZoo. Not the creative idea. He is the idea that a TCG should be involved with cryptids. Now, we need someone in the community to push this idea. Now, who is that? We have Mr. Pokemon King Gary. We have Mr. Aoki, okay, whatever. And whoever else is involved. We got Andy. I guess you can put Andy there if you want. Whatever. You could put Andy there. Cool. Awesome. Those are the people at the top. Those are the greedy guys. Those are the ones who, just were part of the idea. Now, this is where it gets real important. This is where the soul of MetaZoo develops. Now, we get into the creative team. So this big bubble right here is the creative team. This is where the soul lies of MetaZoo. So, this is where we get the hollow patterns. What made MetaZoo so special? The different hollow patterns. Why? Because that was something unique. It was something that no other TCG had. It was their own soul. It was their part. It was part of their soul. It was their identity. Something that they did differently that no other TCG did, right? So that became part of their soul. The fact that they had different sets and each set had their own special hollow pattern that created part of MetaZoo's soul. What else created MetaZoo's soul? The artwork. Artwork. MetaZoo had its own unique special type of artwork, right? It wasn't, modern. It had that kind of old school taste look to it, and we loved it. Everyone loved it. We loved it. I loved it. You guys loved it. Cool. Awesome. That became part of MetaZoo's soul, right? The artwork also goes with the packaging. Packaging. MetaZoo's packaging was some of the best packaging that any TCG had in the world. Why? It was very appealing. It sparkled. It was different. The Nightfall, 100% till this day, will forever be the best, hands down, booster box ever made. For the simple fact that it looks sexy and it glows in the dark. What other booster box out there glows in the dark? I don't think any other booster box out there glows in the dark. Anyways, so that became part of MetaZoo's soul. The art, the packaging. So basically right here, anyone who's in this bubble, right, is the soul of MetaZoo. Everyone in this bubble is the reason why we love MetaZoo. Everyone in this bubble contributed to the development and the soul and what we love in MetaZoo, right? So, who can we put in this bubble? Obviously, the artists. The artists are number one in this bubble because without the artists, we wouldn't have what we love. Now, we have the people who organize the events, right? So we can put Texas Ted in here. We can put Bailey in here. And obviously the artists and whoever has hands on being in the conventions and working with the community. They are also part of this bubble. So who else are in this bubble, right? The people behind the scenes. The people behind the scenes that we don't know about. Those who had the idea of what hollow pattern to use. Those who had the idea that the hollow pattern should be different in each set. There should be something unique about it. Those people that played the behind the scenes role were most important to the development of MetaZoo's soul. So this whole ball right here is MetaZoo's soul. So we have the people at the top with the idea. And then you have the creative team, which created the soul of MetaZoo, right? And now there's a timeline that we have to follow, right? 2023, I went to New York Comic-Con, right? They had a booth. MetaZoo had a booth. This was around the Kuromi Carnival type of situation that was going on. It was their last shot at life. They screwed it up. Screwed it up horribly. By this time, in 2023, New York City Comic-Con, there was already turmoil going on within the company. Obviously, the things that happened within the company, we're not going to know about. We're going to know just the bare minimum of whatever gets leaked or of whatever gets told because someone was upset or whatever. So we know the bare minimum. But in the company, whoever works in the company, whoever works for the company, whoever works under these guys, the greedy guys up here, they already know what's going on, right? We don't know nothing. They do. They already have an idea of the issues developing within the company already. Now we get closer to the closure of MetaZoo, right? So they dropped a letter saying that, we're going to try to make things better, and then a little bit after that letter, they go bankrupt. Now, During this whole situation, something was cooking up that we didn't know about. To us, it was just the fail of MetaZoo. MetaZoo's going to the trash. MetaZoo's going bankrupt. What's going to happen? Should we buy all this product? Da da da. Is it going to come back? Who's going to buy it? It's straight panic. Straight panic to us because we don't know anything that's going on. Right? So we're just assuming that we're all getting screwed over by the guys at the top who are greedy. But what happens to all the creative team? What happens to the soul of MetaZoo? And that's where I'm going to get to right now. So, during all the turmoil from 2023 all the way to the closure, these guys, this group, the soul, realized that ship was sinking. And they could either sink with the ship or they can abandon the ship and try to start something else, something brand new, right? So they go to this side. And now there's a new title for MetaZoo's soul, right? And what's this title? What's this title? That's where I'm going to get to. So, me seeing MetaZoo's video yesterday showed me that it's a brand new entity. There is no MetaZoo soul available in this new MetaZoo TCG. What we loved from the old MetaZoo is not available in this new MetaZoo, right? So what happened to MetaZoo soul? Where did it go? We have a company called Cryptid Camp. And why do I believe MetaZoo's soul moved over to this side and created a new name for itself? Because the people who were involved in the creative team of MetaZoo knew that it was awesome. It was something beautiful. They had all hands on everything. They're the ones who created what we love. These guys up here ain't shit. They're nothing. So why do I believe MetaZoo's soul moved over to a brand new place and renamed itself? Why do I think that? Well, here's the first idea of why I believe that. Some of MetaZoo's artists are now creators of this new company called Cryptid Camp. So the artists that we know and love that had parts of creating MetaZoo's soul is now creating for this Cryptid Camp. Number two, why do I believe MetaZoo's soul transferred to a new place and renamed itself? Okay? The hollow pattern. The special identity of the hollow pattern. And who does that? It sounds very familiar. When you open a Cryptid Camp pack, you have these little emblems in the hollow pattern. They kind of look like little campfires. So that's special to them, right? That's a unique hollow pattern only to this one company. Sounds a lot like the soul of MetaZoo, doesn't it? Okay, that sounds cool. So, 3, the artwork. The artwork highly resembles the old MetaZoo, if not is better than the old MetaZoo. And obviously, from what the new MetaZoo showed us in their new video, the artwork is not looking like that. It's more modernized, it's more CGI and computerized looking. It lacks soul. It lacks natural soul. So yeah, we're gonna put artwork. Artwork. So number 4 of why I believe MetaZoo's soul transferred to a new place and renamed itself. The community. The community. What did we love about MetaZoo? We loved that the community stuck together. Regardless if it was going down, regardless if it was going to the moon, the community stuck together. They did. And what I can say about Cryptid Camp is the community is just as strong. And sooner or later, the public will catch on to how beautiful Cryptid Camp actually is. And let's talk about gameplay for number 5. So I believe that the creators of MetaZoo, the people who had hands-on with creating these cards and everything that we loved, including the product, right? Learned. They learned from MetaZoo, right? Obviously, they know about the gameplay. They know how gameplay worked with MetaZoo, and when they moved over to a new place to rename themselves, they created a way better way of gameplay. What I mean by a better way of gameplay is getting the community involved. So with Cryptid Camp, there's multiple cabins, right? And you have to take a special test to show what cabin you belong in. And that right there creates identity. That's identity. That's something different. That's something new that a TCG hasn't done. It brings a brand new soul to a whole new name, but it also incorporates some of the stuff that we loved from the old MetaZoo soul, right? Because this is old MetaZoo soul. The new MetaZoo soul, strictly corporate. That's what I believe. It's strictly corporate. There's no soul. And I must say, this whole idea is superb. And it was executed perfectly. Perfectly. Because look at this. This right here shows this right here. I want you guys to take a look at this, right? This is my custom booster box for Cryptid Camp. We have the proto packs 1 and 2. We have the holiday packs, and we have the Valentine's Day packs, which just released. They just released. What I want to say is this. How long do you think all that had to been in the works for it to be out right now? Right now. So while the turmoil of MetaZoo was happening, the closure, everyone upset, everyone's going crazy. During all that turmoil, something was cooking up on the back end that we didn't know about. It was cooking up and cooking up and cooking up. And once the official announcement of MetaZoo was cleared, a couple months after that, we get a whole brand new TCG that pops up, right? Cryptid Camp. What I'm saying is, the soul of MetaZoo, the creative team, right? They knew what was going on. They knew things was going to go crazy. It was going to fall. And instead of falling with the ship, they were silently cooking on the side, making their own TCG to develop for the following year, right? So it's just amazing. Like it's crazy how I'm putting all this together right now, because I believe it 100% wholeheartedly, and it's superb. It's superb that the soul of MetaZoo lives on today, and everyone was so upset about Cryptid Camp, not knowing that's where the soul of MetaZoo relies. That whatever you feel about MetaZoo, all the anger that you had, it's to these people up here. It's to the big guys, the guys who had the idea but never put in no fucking work. The creative team, the people who were in the creative team were silently cooking on the side as everything was crumbling, so they can create something bigger and better. Because the 3 mini sets so far before the Kickstarter is even here. That means they've been cooking. They've been cooking the whole time. We've been arguing and upset and mad and wondering what's going to happen with MetaZoo. Their creative team was cooking. They were cooking up a TCG that is going to be the next big thing, because MetaZoo now is not what we thought it was. It's completely different, and it's a whole new entity. Now, like I said, I like to see things from a very logical and analytical way, and I just can't see it any other way than that. That makes the most logical and the most sense to me from a business perspective. We have the creative team that created everything that we love about MetaZoo. They knew that things were gonna fucking crash and decided to do what was best, which is leave the company, stick together, and start something new and better. And that's why we have Cryptid Camp. So MetaZoo announced that Cryptid Camp is a competitor because they know Cryptid Camp is MetaZoo's soul. It's the soul of MetaZoo. What we loved from MetaZoo now relies with Cryptid Camp. I don't care how you guys say it or how you want to be upset or call me crazy, call me dumb. I believe 100% wholeheartedly that's what makes the most sense. That's the most logical answer to everything that went down. And it's spectacular. It's awesome. It was the IQ that these creative people have to execute such an amazing idea. Fire. That's what I believe 100% wholeheartedly. I'm sorry. Seeing the new MetaZoo and seeing that nothing resembles what we love. I am sorry. Nothing resembles what we love from the old MetaZoo and the new MetaZoo. And that's because they're corporate now. It was the big money guys that was like, let me take the name. Let's just take the name. Screw all this other stuff. Yeah, they like it so well. We're just going to take the name and we're going to run with it and we're going to create something new and they're going to love it because it's MetaZoo. No. We love the identity of what MetaZoo was. We love the soul of what MetaZoo was. We don't love the name MetaZoo. We love the soul, what brung us together. I'm done talking. I don't want to say anymore. You guys know exactly how I feel. You guys know what I'm trying to say. And let me know what you think in the comments. Am I correct? Is my analytical observation opinion correct? Because at the end of the day, it's just opinion. I don't know if this is fact. I'm just grasping what I think is the most logical thing that went down. And to me, that's what happened. MetaZoo was going down. The artists knew about it. Everyone in the creative team that worked so hard to bring what we love knew about it. And they did something about it. And it's the IQ. It makes me so excited. It brings chills. It gives me chills. Look at that. Of how crazy they executed this plan. And this is just me observing analytically and making my own opinion of what happened. This is not fact. I don't want any of you guys to go out there and say that this is fact. But it surely looks like that's what happened. And that's all I wanted to say. I hope you guys agree with me. I hope you guys agree. If you don't, it's okay. But it sure looks that way. And a lot of these, come on. Come on. You're not going to tell me that you don't see the old MetaZoo in these cards. You don't see the old MetaZoo resemblance in these cards. Look at what the new MetaZoo is offering you. And then look at these cards. And you tell me where the soul of MetaZoo relies. Tell me. Because what they're showing us in this new MetaZoo, it's not what we know. It's not what we know. It's not what we love. It's not what we're used to. It doesn't resemble anything. But this does. And why do I say that? If you look closely, you'll see in the hollow pattern, you have a special emblem in the hollow pattern. The old MetaZoo did that. The new MetaZoo does not do that. They're not doing that. They're not doing it. From how the cards look, it looks like a little crayon. Looks like a Lorcana type of situation to me. But you cannot tell me that the soul of MetaZoo didn't move to a new place and rebrand itself. And that's the most logical thing to think during the fall of MetaZoo. MetaZoo was falling. It was falling. It was crashing hard. And the people within MetaZoo that created what we loved were silently cooking. They were silently cooking because it takes time to develop these mini sets. In my next video, I will be unboxing a whole bunch of stuff from Event HQ and the Quote streams, so stay tuned for that. I still love MetaZoo. I just, this new MetaZoo's, it's not it. It's not it, and I'm sorry. It's not what we're used to, and it doesn't resemble anything that we love when it comes to the old MetaZoo. So, I'm just saying. So I hope you guys enjoy these types of videos. If you do, please leave a like for the boy, leave a comment. And if you want to show support, all you have to do is hit that subscribe button. You don't have to, but I would definitely appreciate it. It's your boy, KBDxTokyo. Stay tuned for the next video.